All right, hello again, everyone. It's Dima Khoury with Compass in Burlingame. We're 10 days in October, so let's see what's happening in the real estate market in San Francisco and in general, some facts about the US market. So to start with, if you were with me a few minutes ago, I was talking about the interest rates. We're still at historic low interest rates, 2.88 for a 30-year fix. If you're still a buyer and have not pulled the trigger or found your property, you still have time. The interest rates are still historic low. This is such a great time. And there's more properties coming on the market that we're going to see now. And this is really a good time for buyers, especially for the condominium markets in San Francisco, because some of the areas, some of the districts, the monthly mortgage payment is equal or very close to the rent of that condominium that you're living in. So it's much better to put this monthly payment towards your equity rather than losing it into rent. So it's such a great time to reconsider for the renters and for the buyers. This is really a good time because properties are selling very close to the asking price. There's not much competition. So if you're thinking of buying, just go. Now let's look at some real estate statistic in the US market. Let me share my screen with you. All right, so this is, again, this is the interest rates. We're 2.88, 30-year fixed, 15-year, it's 2.44, and for a 5-year ARM, we're 2.9. Now, home sales continue to amaze, and there are plenty of buyers in the pipeline ready to enter the market. And in San Francisco, this is, again, this is really a great time. We're going to see when we talk about specifically the numbers of San Francisco. Now, on average in the US, days on the market are 22 days, which is a very low number for the US market. This is a normal number for us in San Francisco and on the peninsula, yet it's not for the US. Now, 50% of renters have an increased desire to buy a home after living through the pandemic, and that's because the changing needs of each homeowner or renter. And we have 521,000 properties or single family homes that are currently under construction in the US market. Now, let's look deeply into what's happening in San Francisco market in terms of numbers and what is selling, how many properties came on the market. So we have 244 properties that came on the market during last week, and 154 of them are single family homes. Now the number of properties that went in contract is 166, and 93 of them are condos, and this number is higher than the previous week. So we can see there is very good improvement. It's not huge, but we can see there is improvement in the condominium market. Now, the number of properties that sold or closed escrow last week are 89 properties, and the total of the condominiums are 37. So 37 properties out of the 89 are condominiums that close escrow. Now, the number of properties that came off market between withdrawn, canceled, or on hold or expired, there are 58 properties, and 43 of them are condominiums. Now, talking about the absorption rate for single family homes in San Francisco, so we're at 1.64, which means that we need a month and almost 19 days to sell all the single family homes that are currently on the market. Now, for the condominiums, we need it's 3.85, which means that we need 3 months and 25 days, and this number obviously increased in comparison to the week before. So the week before we were at 4.2, now we're at 3.8, which means that it's becoming more going towards a seller's market. So there's more activity that's happening, more properties are selling, and we can see improvement in the demand on the condominiums. Now, I would like also to show you some statistics that are very interesting, and specifically for the condominium market, where by breaking out the sales by bedroom count reveals a different dynamic in the market. So let me share my screen again. Okay, so in September, the number of sold properties by bedroom, so the orange is a one bedroom and the two bedrooms are purple. So we can see that the number of properties that are selling one bedroom is going down in comparison to the previous 2 years, while the two bedrooms condominiums are selling way more. Like there's more properties selling in two bedrooms. So there is a difference in the dynamics in the number of bedrooms for the condominiums, which is really interesting. Now, in September, median sale price, comparing it year over year, so we can see that 2018 we were at $1,050,000. In 2019 we were at 1.125, which is an increase in at 7.1%. And in 2020 we slightly dropped minus 0.2 in comparison to the previous year. So which means that we're still at a very, very stable property values. So we can see that the property values and prices are holding up very strongly. And again, we're talking about the condominium market. Now, in September, median sale price per bedroom, now splitting it, this is another really interesting chart. So we can see that in 2020, the number of the median sale price has decreased 4.6% in comparison to last year. So we're back where we're back where we were in 2018. So this is just for the buyers. If you're looking for one bedroom or a studio in San Francisco, the prices are at the rate where they were in 2018. So that's why this is such a great market to buy. And for the two bedrooms, it's also slightly lower, or it's 4.8% lower than 2019 and 2018. And again, this is based on September numbers. And September numbers were very strong in terms of the activity and the number of properties that were selling and came on the market. So this is a very good month to look at and compare it to previous years. So this is the San Francisco market, and this is what's happening. Again, it's a great time to buy for the buyers out there. It's slightly a buyer's market. It's not really a buyer's market, but there is so many advantages for the buyers to go on the market to lock in a great interest rate instead of renting. Your monthly rent is very much equal to your mortgage payment, so you'd better off having this payment going towards your equity. And property prices are very stable, slightly going down. So this is and there's not much activity, so no competition, so it's easier to get in contract and when you pull the trigger. So I hope that this information was helpful for you. I'll leave you now. And if you are interested in more details about certain district in San Francisco market or a certain property, how to market it in this very aggressive market, please feel free to reach out. I'll be more than happy to provide you with more information. Again, I'll leave you now. Please be safe and have a wonderful weekend.